Hi guys, Arwen McLaughlin here, abundance and success coach for women online business owners. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about being in the flow. Just allowing divine universal energy to just flow through you and flow forth and out into everything that you are wanting to create. So the other day I was sitting down and I was like, it came into my head, I was like, okay, I need to redo the front of my website, right? Like it's not accurately reflecting like who I am now and what it is that I want to bring out into the world. And so I sat down and I wrote something magnificent, I looked at it, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. It's exactly what I'm wanting to convey. It's exactly the energy that I'm wanting to convey. It felt bright, you know what I mean? It felt really good. I was like, okay, perfect. I thought, well, maybe it needs to be a little bit longer, but I think I've captured it very well. All right, let it go. And then the next day I came and I looked at it and I realized that my ego looked at it and thought, I don't know if it tells enough of a story. I don't know if there's enough information in there, you know, like, I don't know if it's long enough. Maybe it should be a little bit better. So I started to reread it and go over it again. And then I realized at the end of an hour, I had accomplished virtually nothing. I'd written more things for it, but they just didn't fit in what I had initially written, right? And then I stopped and realized, why am I trying to go over this? Why am I trying to edit this? I was in the flow yesterday. I got divine inspiration. I sat down. It came out beautifully. It was perfect. And then the next day I felt like I needed to correct it. So what I'm asking you is, do you feel that you do that in your business? You create something beautiful, but then you don't think that it's good enough. You think that you need to change it. You think that you need to make it better, right? Like, if it wasn't hard, it must not be good, right? And you know, so often we do that and we just don't need to. Like, business is not hard. Business is easy. Business is so easy. In the areas where I have aligned my thinking and my emotions and how I operate and everything, where I've aligned that with what's true, really true to me, and where I've aligned that with divine universal flow, everything is so easy. It's so easy. I can accomplish more through that energy alignment than I ever could through not being in the flow. The reason why I think we all have this perception that business is hard or that it takes a long time is because most people are not in the flow. And so most people write about how hard it is to do things and how long it takes and but those people are not in the flow, right? Like, that's why it's hard for them and that's why it takes a long time. And I notice when I am not in the flow, I have those same problems, right? Like, I don't get things written. I don't get my content done. Like, it doesn't flow for, like, it just doesn't work. And what happens is I end up scrapping it and I don't use it anyway because it wasn't good stuff. It wasn't good stuff because I wasn't in the flow, right? I wasn't allowing, you know, divine universal energy, whatever, to flow through me and come forth and to create something beautiful. So that is my message for you today. Be more in the flow. Notice when you move out of the flow and drop it, let it go. Let the difficulty go. Let that sense of tightness in your chest go. Let that sense of not being in alignment, not being in the flow. Let that go. Let that go and return to the flow. Okay? Now what I do when I start noticing myself doing that, and granted I should have done it yesterday. I didn't do it yesterday. It took me like over an hour and a half to realize, okay, wait a minute. I have accomplished nothing. I'm not happy while I'm doing this. I feel aggravated. It feels pushy. Like, this is no good. You know, it took me a little while to catch myself doing that, but I do it much faster now. Before, I used to spend weeks being out of the flow. Now I might spend a couple of hours being out of the flow before I go, oh, I left the flow. What am I doing? Wait, let me get back in the flow. Hello. And the way you do that is the way you feel. So when I find myself out of the flow, like I did before, I just stopped what I was doing, dropped it. Don't need to write any more about the website. It's fine. It's perfect. What I did yesterday was perfect. I drop it, and then I started listening to my affirmations, right? The affirmations that I created from a really high vibe feeling state that make me feel alive and amazing and wonderful and like I am on point, I am on task, I am a force, like super aligned, right? And then I returned to my happy state, and then I had to go do, I forgot what I had going on yesterday, but then I had to go do that, and and I was happy while I was there for the rest of my day, and I woke up today again and immediately got out of the flow. I was like, oh, that's what today's video needs to be about. It needs to be about being in the flow, right? So just allow yourself to be in divine flow. And I know a lot of times our ego's like, no, I have to do X, I have to do so many things, I have to work hard, I have to put a lot of hours, and I have to quote unquote figure it out. You only need to figure it out when you're not in the flow, okay? And if you have belief structures like that, you're going to have a hard time getting in the flow. Let me turn off the air conditioner. Okay, sorry about that. If you have belief structures that say, this has to be hard, it has to take a long time to write my website, it has to take weeks, I have to have an editor, I have to have somebody else go over it, you know, it's probably not going to be right, I'm probably going to have to redo it again, this is going to be hard, I have to pay someone, a copywriter, $1 bazillion in order to help me write it. You know, if I don't have a professional write it, it's not good enough. If it's not good enough, nobody will see it. And then nobody will want to hire me. And like, if you have beliefs like that, you have to clear them out. You cannot be successful in business and have belief structures like that. You will not be successful, and you most certainly will not be wildly successful. And you most certainly will not be wildly successful really fast. Okay? So it's a vibrational journey, and the way you feel is the way you navigate through that, and you have to let go of those stuck thoughts, those stuck vibrations, and you have to release them and reverse them and change them to what you do want it to be. All content flows through me easily. The thing that I write the first is the most perfect thing. Divine inspiration moves through my fingers and I write just the most beautiful thing. My website is very easy. I created it very fast. The words on the front of the website are just magical. The correct people are attracted to me. It was so easy. I love doing it. Oh, look at that, I'm all done. That sort of belief structure, that's going to make you successful really fast. Okay? Because in business, there are so many things that you need to do, right? You not only have to work with clients, but you have to manage your time, but you have to also write content, but you also have to do your website, but you also, hold on. Let me back up. You need to do what you think you need to do to be successful in business. Wait, let me say that, hold on. This is a good thought, hold on a second. What you think you need to do to be successful in business is what you need to do. Right? So, if you think, I have to hire an expensive copywriter, I have to have this, that, and the other thing. All these other coaches have a bazillion virtual assistants. They do a bazillion emails. They do a bazillion this, a bazillion that. And I have to do 87 things to be successful. I have to be on 6 social media platforms. If you believe that, well, then you need to do that in order to be successful, because your subconscious doesn't want to be wrong, and it won't allow you to violate its own belief system. Okay, so you need to do what you feel that you need to do. If you feel that the only thing I need to do is video, love video, just do a video, that's all I'm doing, and I'm loving my life, the perfect clients will come to me. No joke, you will pull the perfect clients to you, right? Because all of you is aligned with that. Okay, so today's message, be in the flow. When you get all aggravated, let it go, move on, and move back to that feeling state that feels so amazingly good for you, okay? Alright guys, I hope you loved today's message, and I will talk to you guys soon. I'm on Arwen, I think, I don't know. My social media channel stuff is like down below the video. Thank you guys, I'll talk to you later, bye.